prisión, Wilson Manyoma, Hormona. Esquinas, pero entre esquina y esquina siempre habrá lo mismo. Para mí no existe el cielo, ni luna ni estrellas. Para mí no alumbra el sol.
Okay, so tell everyone your name.
My name is Luis Ramos.
Your name is Ramos?
Luis Ramos.
Luis Ramos. Okay. Ramos. Oh, I'm saying it incorrectly. Ramos. Okay, I apologize. You know that Spanish is like my way second language. So, how do you feel about today's event?
I feel happy. I want to thank my daughter, for throwing me this party. And I want to thank everybody that's here for coming.
So this meant a lot to you?
It meant a lot to me, yes.
So I know it was a surprise. Have you ever had a bigger surprise than this?
No.
So if there's anything that you could tell her, you know, because we're going to put this on a CD for her to look at later. If there's anything that you could tell her that you want her to always remember, what would it be?
To my daughter?
To your daughter.
I want to thank my daughter for everything what she did for me today. And I love her very much.
Okay. Now, do you have any other family members that you might want to leave a message for? It's okay. Take your time.
My granddaughters, my niece, and my wife.
So I know that you've had a long, you know, very fulfilling life, and you've done a lot of things with your life. Is there one memory in particular that, like, is so important?
The one in Vietnam. It brings me back memory.
And bring back memory. Now, I know you were in Vietnam for 2 years. Do you think that helped make you the man you are today?
A lot. I learned a lot.
I got a tissue. I didn't use it either, so you can use this tissue if you want to.
I learned a lot while I wasn't there when I served for this country. What I did for this country.
Well, I know that was a big part of why she wanted to honor you today, was because of what you had done in Vietnam and how strong of a person you are and how much the family loves you. So, as you're parting for this interview right now, you know, is there any words of wisdom or anything that you would like to say?
What's the again?
I said, I know that, you know, she wanted to do this for you because you are a very strong person and she loves you very much. And the whole family does, all your friends and family. I was asking, you know, are there any words of wisdom that you want to leave? Like something that you've learned that was very important to you?
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, no. It's okay. You don't have to say anything else. I think you said a lot. I'm glad that you were willing to talk with me and that, you know, we could share this day with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you seem like a very wonderful person from everything that I've heard and all the stories we've gotten. People care about you a lot.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I hope when your cake comes, you enjoy your cake.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see you.
Here we go.
Okay, so please tell us what your name is.
Suni,
And how do you know Mr. Ramos?
my father.
So, as his daughter, you know, I know that you're the person who basically put this honor party together for him. What made you want to honor your father?
Everything he has done for me, from little to private school to making soup to making sure that when I did deliver, he was there, to just showing me genuine love. You know, that's my heart, and there's nothing I will not do for him.
So what's one thing, like if you could think of your fondest memory of him, what would that be?
When he came to the door with E.T. and it was a fake E.T. and he was at the door, and here I go, I had to be like 7, and he's knocking on the door, and I put like a stool over the peephole, and he put E.T. like this, and I go, oh my God, it's E.T., it's E.T. So he was like, E.T., phone home. He kept doing the little voice, and I go, it is E.T., E.T. And then when I knowing that we weren't supposed to open the door, I opened the door, and he was like, E.T., and I was like, ah! Like, yeah. And it happens to be a statue this big with a peanut butter jelly or something, M&M or something, right here like this.
So what did he say when you opened the door?
He didn't get mad, but he was just like, I got you something, you know, like I got you a statue, and it was beautiful. It was, I that's my fondest memory. And when we went to see the Never-Ending Story, he took us to see that, and we thought the dog was real. We were like, dog, Valcor! Yeah.
He was a dragon, a lucky dragon.
I kept saying this dog has wings. I got the movie, by the way. I got the movie, by the way.
I have the movie as well. I love that movie. I'm like, say her name. Just say her name.
Valcor! Yeah, it's looking for her name. I was like, that's all? That's all you need a name? But that was one of my fondest memories as a little kid. That was one.
So if you could like sum up your father, like if you could, like I never met him and you wanted to just tell me about your father, what would you say?
Humble. Very humble person. States himself, minds his business. Very giving. Very giving.
That's how rough riders roll.
I love you, Dad. Love you. What am I gonna say?
So, okay, tell us your name.
Margarita Ramos.
Oh, well, hello there. And how do you know Mr. Ramos?
Oh, because he came from the army and I fall in love with him.
How long ago was that?
40 years.
4 years ago? So, when you first met him, like, how do you feel about it? Like, what did you think about him when you first met him?
When I first met him, he was a playboy.
You thought he was a playboy? Here, come over here a little more. I gotta get you. You see, we gotta stand in the middle of the camera. So you thought he was a playboy, but you fell in love with him anyway.
Yep.
So, if you could describe him, how would you describe him?
A good-hearted person.
So is that what you love the most about him?
Yes.
So look at the camera and pretend you're leaving this message for your husband. What would you say?
I love you for always.
Aw, that's so sweet. So do you have a special memory of him, of something that happened that he did for you or he said to you?
What he did for my family. That's my special memory. What he does for my family.
Well, I really appreciate you coming out today to honor him. And I'm sure this is important to both of you as well as him. So what we want to do is we're going to take these interviews and you know, put them on a DVD. So do you have any last words that you'd like to say?
No, if he keep being a pain in the ass, I'm going to beat him up.
Well, you heard it here, folks. If he be a pain in the ass, she's going to go get him.
Caballero, y dice así. En los años 1600, cuando el tirano mandó.
I really don't know where to start. Whenever I come to these type of gatherings.
Whenever he comes, we live here. Like you don't know y'all.
There's always people that's like, oh, it's you remember me? And I can't really remember anything. It's true, I can't. But I can always remember Grandpa because when I was little, Grandpa, he was just so awesome and stuff. I remember how he was trying to teach me how to tie my shoes. I still don't know how to do it that good. But he came the closest to teaching me. And I'm really thankful for having him as a grandfather and for having Grandma. I'll always love coming to their house just because of yeah, and pancakes.
Pass it down to Naila. That's all you want to say?
Hey, regulator microphone.
I just forgot what I was going to say. I was really nervous to come up here. I was hoping that no one would call on me, actually. I've always been the innocent one of the bunch, used to say, and so that's...
As the camera pans to all the guilty ones.
To the bunch. Look at the bunch. That he's more interested.
He's marking all the guilty ones.
That's really the worst.
So I really love Grandpa, and I hope that I just really love him. I'm thankful for him being here on this planet with us. And I really don't know where to continue, so you're right.
Okay, Nyla's the great granddaughter. Okay, well, you gotta turn around. I want to say something to you. Go ahead, say something.
Grandpa?
Go ahead, stop. That's all? That was it, Grandpa. She's emotional. Anyone else? Leonida? Talia?
So, Louis is like my uncle, and he's basically blood to me, and he's always there for us, and every time he visits, he always cracks me up, and he's hilarious, literally hilarious. And yeah, he knows how to put a smile on anyone's face, always has great spirits, always positive energy, so thank you for that, and thank you for everything you've done for our family. We love you.
Okay, so tell us your name.
Elizabeth Madero.
And Elizabeth, how do you know Louis?
I'm his girlfriend.
So, girlfriend, I see you have a little nickname for him. What's that nickname you have for him?
Luigi.
And did you give him that nickname?
Excuse me?
Did you give him that nickname?
No.
He gave himself that nickname?
No, actually I did give him that nickname.
Oh, okay. So, come hither. So, how long have you guys been dating?
Oh, it's been over 20 years.
Over 3 years?
20 years.
Oh, over 20 years. Oh, dang.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yes. Let me see. I believe it's been over close to 30 years.
over 30 years.
Yeah, close to 30.
So, like, what was the reason, like, what drew you to him? What makes you, because I'm assuming you were in love with him.
I still am.
So why is it that you love him so much?
I don't know, we have this special love for each other. Luigi's always been there for me. You know, he's everything I ever look for, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I love Luigi. He's my Luigi, you know? And Margie's okay with that. She knows that.
Yeah, because she wanted me to interview you. His wife is like, you know his girl? Yeah, she's like, the girlfriend is here, interview the girlfriend. And I was like, oh, well, that seems like an interesting situation that's taking place. How does that work? Like, because you guys actually talk. It looks like you're friendly.
Yeah, we are. We get along. We don't have... I love Margie like a sister. Okay, Simone, I gotta let you in on something. I have 4 kids. My kids belong to Margie's brother. Okay? So Margie and I we are sisters, but I was actually with her brother. And Luigi and I, you know, he's my boyfriend, but it's not a real boyfriend. Okay?
Oh, he's a fake boyfriend.
He's a fake boyfriend. But we've always said, you know, like, Luigi's your boyfriend. Yes, Luigi is my boyfriend. So that's what it is. It's not a real boyfriend. I wouldn't do that to Margie, and I wouldn't do that to Luigi. So what a relief, huh?
I was so confused. Like, everybody is so cool with this situation. I'm like, I've never met a wife so down for the girlfriend.
That's how it is, yeah.
He's like, yeah, my girlfriend. Where's she? He stood up. He's like, where's my girlfriend? I'm like, I said, I can't. I was like, and I walked away because I was like, I didn't know what to say.
No, that's the kind of relationship we have. So, yeah. And I love him. I love Luigi. Luigi's like, I do. You know?
So if there was one memory of him that sticks out in your mind, what would it be?
The time we went to the hotel. That's when we all went out. This was way long ago, and it was actually when I was going to the hotel with her brother, and we went as couples. Yeah,
In 2 separate rooms?
2 separate rooms. Yeah, 2 separate rooms. But yeah, I remember that day clearly.
So it must have been a lot of fun.
It was fun. So it's always fun around him. Like when he comes down to Massachusetts, it's like, it's always fun because we always have so much to talk about. You know what I mean?
Is that where you stay, Massachusetts?
Yes, that's where I live.
So you came out here to New York just for this event?
Just for today, yes.
That was very nice. So it's like if you wanted to describe him to somebody who didn't know anything about him, like what are some words you would use to describe him?
Luigi is the type of person that he's a trustworthy man. He has a sense of humor. He's very lovable and very respectful. I really look up to him.
I want you to look into the camera, and if there was one thing that not one thing, but I want you to kind of say, like, if this was a message that you wanted to send years and years from now to him, what would you say?
Luigi, thank you for being there for me. Thank you for everything you've done for me, and I love you. I love you from the bottom of my heart.
It's okay. It's okay. I know it's been an emotional day for everybody. We can wrap up our interview.
Okay, thank you.
So, tell everyone your name.
My name's Ian St. Hill.
And how do you know Louis?
He's my father-in-law.
And so, what's something that you really remember that stands out about Louis?
That anytime I needed to talk, day or night, that he was always there for me. Always gave me advice. And if it was something that I did that he kind of looked down on, he would always correct me.
How would you describe his personality?
His personality is upbeat, always willing to give good advice, always cracking jokes. He's got the longest jokes in the world. He's got like jokes that run for 7-8 minutes.
So is there ever like one memory that you have of him that like you'll always have?
Actually, yeah. We were coming back from Queens, and he gave me a joke in Queens, and I didn't get the punchline until we got here in Brooklyn. It was one of those, it was like an 11-minute joke.
Was it funny?
Yeah, it was funny. It's a funny joke, but it made me think.
Oh, okay. It was one of those type of jokes. So if I had never met him, like, how would you tell me about him? Like, what would you say about your father-in-law? Like, yeah, I got this father-in-law that...
He's caring, trustworthy, always has your back. He's been the father to me that my father, in many ways, wasn't. Yeah.
That's nice. So I want you to look at the camera, and if you had to say something to him right now, what would you say?
I say, Dad, I love you. I'm glad you came into my life. You definitely made a difference since my father passed, and I hope to have you along many, many, many years.
Thank you.
Father would like to tell you what you mean to them. Okay? From little, you've always had my back. From the time we went to Catholic school, to the E.T. at the door, remember? To going to see the never-ending story, remember? Yes. To me coming to the store and stealing candy from your own store. But I wanted to tell you this. from the bottom of my heart. There's nothing more than having a father like you. You have been truly wonderful to me. I wouldn't replace you for anything in the world. You're the best. And I tell this to everyone. This man has stuck around through thick, thin, hell and high water. Okay. I don't want you to cry, because you're going to make me cry. But I just want to say, Dad, I love you.
I love you too.
And I want to tell you, there's nothing I won't do for you. You understand? I got you. Okay? Hold on, because you want to say something.
Dad, we've known each other for a year and change. And I have to say, from the first day that we met, he was always encouraging, enlightening, he's taught me a lot. We used to have about 5-hour conversations. You filled the spot that their father did in many ways. And I gotta say thank God for you, because you definitely made me a different person. I know I wanted to say a lot of things and I was slipping my mind at the moment. Oh, your jokes. Yeah. Your 11-minute jokes. Don't get me wrong, I love them. You know, they're very enlightening. That was a high point. But thank you for being around. Thank you for always being there. I know if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I can give you a call. And I know you'll pick up. If I need you to go somewhere 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I know you'll be there. Thank you. I love you.
I love you too.
Is there anyone else who wants to say something?
Okay. I love you, Grandpa.
I love you too.
And I'm happy to be here today. I'm happy for the trip out here. And we don't come out here a lot, but the times that we do, I always enjoy them with you guys, all you guys. I'm happy the little trip that you took out there to Worcester. It means a lot. And just thank you for being the best grandpa. You know, I don't always call someone grandpa ever. You're the only one. So I'm happy to say that, and I love you.
I love you.
Okay? All right, thank you.
That's my wife and that's my girlfriend.
That's right. That's right.
Don't look at me. I didn't make choice. Don't look at me.
He's been married to her over 40 years.
We've been 20 years.
30, baby? No. 30.
30.
No, Luigi. You know that I love you.
I love you too.
You are an inspiration. And I'm so blessed to have met you and have you in my life. And I love you, Luigi, and I'm always here for you. You know that. Besides the distance, it doesn't matter that, you know, I'm so many miles away. I'm always here for you. And I know you've always been there for me. So I love you. And I'm glad. Thank you for inviting us to be here with him. So, who's next?
Say me. Me.
No, not fighting.
That's my other daughter.
Hi, Louie. I just want to say it's been an honor to have gotten to know you. I know most of you guys know that I was married to his son, and we had 2 kids. That's okay. And because he showed me his love, his truthfulness, I named my son after him. And he's always been positive. He's always had a smile, no matter what happened. No matter if he was arguing, if he had an argument with his wife, he would always have a smile. He would always be positive. Always be there, willing to listen, willing to talk. And it's true about the jokes. He does take a long time, but he does get to the point. I just want to say, even though I have moved on and I'm here with my boyfriend, I will always consider you part of my family, almost as a dad, because I didn't have my dad and you was there for so many years. And I want to thank you for being there for my kids and loving them. thank you for all that you've done for me and for my family.
I love you.
I put on a smile.
Hey, Louis, I want to say, you know, you've been there for us since we was kids. You used to give us a spanking. You disciplined us military style. And I know as a kid I put you through a lot, and you still hanged on, and you didn't turn your back on me. And likewise, we don't turn our back on you. And whenever you need me for anything, I'm there no matter what. And all you gotta do is ask me, I'll be there. You know, I won't let you down. And, you know, I just want to say that I love you.
I love you too.
And you're my father. You know, I consider you as my father. You know, and you've been there. You taught me a lot. And you know, I know I was bad or whatever like that, but you taught me things that I felt for myself when I was doing bad things in the street. And you turned me the right path. And I love you for that.
I love you too.
You know, so I love all my family, you know, and we stick together and we'll be strong for each other, you know, but we're always going to be here for you no matter what. Right, so with that being said, I love you and I always will to the day, you know, God call our number.
Thank you.
Okay?
Hi, baby. I just want to tell you thank you for everything. Thank you for being in my life and in my children's life.
40 years.
Because you was the one that did everything for them. And I love you for that.
I love you.
And for standing by me always. And for sharing with you.
Ian, I love you. I love my daughter. I want my grandchildren back here.
And all your daughters.
And all my daughters. I love all my daughters.
There's a lot of y'all.
Precious things.
But I'm the favorite.
All of my daughters.
I'm like the daughter. I know your child.
Mira, Seth no dijo nada.
And I love Seth. I don't know Seth. You had to say something. Come here.